Something happened yesterday that shocked the entire country, and I have several questions to ask. An explosive device was yesterday found planted under a bridge in Migori.
Sol unit worked around the clock to safely remove explosives and a detonator planted along Migori Bridge. For hours, the bridge remained impassable as security cordoned off the area. The team retrieved 7 pieces of what was described as the Explogel explosive devices and detonating cord. Preliminary investigations showed the explosives were planted few months ago and that the hole where they were planted had been drilled using a compressor machine.
Saa 6 hivi mchana tulipata report kwamba kwa Samaria Mwema kwamba kuna waya ameona kwa bridge nyekundu ambaye anaona inatoka chini ya mchanga, na tulikuja tukaona ni kweli, tukapata waya inatoka chini ya mchanga kando ya bridge. Nahitaji habari ili tupate wale walihusika kuweka kitu kama hii, kwa sababu aliweka na nia mbaya kuumiza wananchi.
That is the exact bridge which the president was supposed to use today on his way to Nyatike. As a matter of fact, the president was forced today to use a different route. And I want to ask a few questions. Who planted that explosive device? Because the bomb experts who went there realized that it was actually planted several months ago. And not just planted, it was drilled using a compressor. You know, you can't just go to a place and drill it without people realizing. Because this bridge is a very busy bridge. It's the one which connects the community. According to their own accounts, that's the only bridge. And as a matter of fact, they were asking the president to create or build another one for them, because this one is even smaller. But these guys drilled it and nobody saw them several months ago.
Hii mambo ikitendeka tena, watu wa China wote sigoi wanaenda huko. Waenda wapige. Juu hii mambo wanajua vizuri. Hatutuambia hii mambo hawajui. Wanajua hii kitu. Ikifanyika tena, my friend, watu wa China wote waende.
Hii baruti ambayo umetokea hapa sasa hii, tunaweza ongea mambo ya hii baruti. Hii baruti, sisi tunapiga baruti hapa. Hii baruti ni baruti ambayo tofauti na baruti ambayo tunapigaga hapa. Baruti hii ni baruti ya watu wa China ambayo ni inapiganga taps. Taps. Yeah. Ding.
Tumeweka bilioni 1.7 ya kutengeneza barabara za hapa Nyatike. Nyinyi mnajua Nyatike hapa, barabara ambayo ilikuwa hapa peke yake ni ile barabara ya kutoka Masara kwenda Sori, alafu baadaye iende Agolo Amok. Ama namna gani? Hiyo barabara ule ambaye alikuwa anatengeneza alifariki, lakini tumekubaliana hiyo barabara tutaikamilisha.
And what was the motive why they planted this bridge? Because some things don't make sense. Why? How was it discovered just a day before the president? Because my expectation was that his security team were going to move around to clear and even check the path the president was supposed to use. Because the president is not an ordinary person. If the president is going to use a bridge, and that's the only bridge, I had expected his team to be there maybe a day or two earlier. But a resident saw something red. When he went and checked, he realized that it was a wire. He followed, then he realized, oh, this is very dangerous. Because, those guys are used to this kind of explosive because of the mining. But he realized that this is not the one they normally use. So he reported to the police. And when the police came, they realized that indeed this was an explosive device. So is it possible that the police or the president's security, is it possible that our security is not keen? Or was this just part of the political game? In this video, I want to talk about that explosive device. Before we do it, for those who are watching this channel for the first time, please take a second or two, click the subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue thanking you guys for your continued support. Because without that support, this channel cannot be where it is. Ladies and gentlemen, who planted that explosive device? What was the objective? And who benefits? Those are the questions. For me, my take are as follows. Number one, maybe, and just maybe, God forbid, someone wanted to eliminate the president. And they planned well in advance. Because if this thing was planted several months ago, who knew that the president was going to go to Migori? Who knew? Nobody knew. As a matter of fact, it was made public, as usual, just a few days ago. But I'm 100% convinced that the planning started a long time ago. So someone somewhere, maybe, God forbid, wanted to do this stupid thing. And for me, that's the only reason I want this matter to be investigated. Because if the target was not the president, what was the target of someone planting explosive device under a bridge? To an extent that they even go with a driller. That's number one. Number two, and this is something which most Kenyans are saying, that maybe, just maybe, the government wanted to divert the attention of the Republic of Kenya from Cyrus Jirongo's accident. Jirongo passed on through a tragic road accident. And let me make it very clear that the postmortem results are already out. And the result confirms that indeed he died as a result of the accident. But Kenyans, being Kenyans, now believe that it was a strategy to divert the attention of the country from Jirongo and other bad things which are happening in the Republic of Kenya. I don't know whether to believe Kenyans or not, but that's something which, if you go online, especially yesterday when the discovery was made, everybody was like, oh, the government want to divert the attention of the country, or Jirongo, or the sales of assets, a lot of things. They were talking about the infrastructure fund, which has raised a lot of questions in the Republic of Kenya. Number three, maybe, just maybe, someone was out to try and sabotage President William Ruto's tour of Migori. So that if the president was scared, he was going to cancel this trip altogether. But I think William Ruto decided, I'm going to Migori, but I'm just going to change the route. In fact, I'm convinced that President Ruto would have just used that route. But his security are the ones who have insisted, you can't use this. Because they are now not very sure. Yeah, they are now not very sure. But it's possible that someone wanted to scare the country. And then the country was going, okay, Mr. President, don't go. Yeah, someone is targeting you. Remember, Migori is the place where they threw shoe at the president sometimes back. Number 4, some people are suggesting that it could have been the publicity for this event, because most people did not even know that the president was going to attend that event. Pinyluo is an annual event. It takes place rotationally in Nyanza. Last year, I think it was in Homa Bay. This year, Migori. And the truth is, it was not really hyped much. So maybe the people are thinking, maybe they wanted now Kenyans to know that, the president is going to Migori. And this is the event. He's going to Nyatike for this event. And indeed, after yesterday's event, that unfortunate incident, the entire country knew that the president was supposed to be in Migori. And lastly, maybe someone somewhere wanted to seek for sympathy from the Luo nation. Because we all know that the president is banking on the support of the Luo nation. So far, the Luo nation are tilting. So far, the Luo nation are tilting towards him, but there are those who are still not really on his side. I don't know what you think. That's my take. Until next time, this is Makwiny. Bye-bye.